My mother wanted to go to Norway to see the Northern Lights. And so we booked a cruise, and I almost felt like we were crazy to do it, but she wanted to do it. And I don't think there was ever any hesitation on the part of Hospice Maui. They just supported us. So this is what you're doing? Okay, these are the supplies you're going to need. Let us make sure we get these things for your mother so that you can care for her. And there wasn't ever a, well, we don't think that's a good idea. She should stay home. It was, okay, you're going to do this. This is what you're going to need to do. Here you go. That was great.
One of the things that Hospice Maui allowed for with my mother and her passing is the individualization and personalization of this experience, not only for her, but for us as a family as well. So the family needs to, or really gets to, with Hospice Maui, design an experience for the loved one and for what we need too. And it really is a time to recognize that we also have needs.
Yeah. I knew that Hospice Maui would support Mom in many ways, and I didn't know that they would also support me in those same ways. So the nurse would go to her apartment and tell me her oxygen is good, her heart rate is good, and then she would ask me, and how are you? And I thought that I was good, but when she said that, there was a lot that I needed to share. And I was able to share it with her and care for my mom better. I felt so supported.
I think something that was really special for me was that I didn't know much about Hospice Maui prior to us using Hospice Maui. And Michelle had played music for many of their events, and I had other friends, but in our family we hadn't used the services before. So I didn't really know what to expect, although everybody said great things. And so what was so nice was every person who came was so gentle with Mommy. And were such pros at what they were doing, confident in a gentle way. And that was so nice. They would bathe her and be talking nicely to her. And I could be there or not. I didn't have to be like, I don't know how to do it. I'm scared. I might hold her wrong or move her wrong. But I could still be a part of the experience if I wanted to be in there while they were washing, bathing, sponging, doing her hair, whatever it was. And so I could enjoy the time without being nervous of not doing something correctly. And that was really nice for me.
For me, one of the great things is that I have a daughter, a young daughter, who got to participate. My daughter could be there, she could hold her hand or just be around to enjoy Grandma during that time.
Po, Auntie's dog, rubbed against her legs and comforted her.
Po had been going in to comfort Grandma and then came out to be with Lucia and comfort Lucia.
Yes, I was cuddling with Poe during that time. He's
Right.
really snuggly.
Do sunflowers remind you of Grandma?
Oh yeah, I planted sunflowers for her when she died, so they remind me of her. Sometimes I feel like my grandma is watching over me.
And then even after Grandma passed, she got to comb Grandma's hair while she was still at home. And I think you guys even wiped her down and put lotion on her.
And the beret.
And the barrettes, Grandma would always allow her to do things with her hair, and so Lucia got to put these barrettes into her hair. And it was just so sweet in a way that probably wouldn't have happened.
Hospice Maui is the one that looked at us and said, your mom needs 24-hour-a-day care. That's huge. That's just a whole new level. We had sort of been wondering, thinking, we didn't know, how are we going to do this? We're working, right? How do we juggle everything? It was when this nurse said that kind of moved us into action, setting up a care schedule that eventually also led my mother to agree to go to Michelle's house and for us to be with her until the end.
Independent. Mommy was always so independent. And of course, we were raised to be so independent as well. So it was really hard to know the exact moment. We would have just kind of continued on, but it was just I don't want to say relief, that's not the right word, but I guess awakening. Like, this is the time now to move to the next stage of caring for Mommy. That was really good.
What Hospice Maui did for me that I remember especially is whatever we needed to do. So first Mommy was at independent living, and then she moved to my house. But before she got to my house, there needed to be another hospital bed. So they got another hospital bed, even though she was in a hospital bed. And I thought that was amazing. I don't know what the rules are, but I thought it was you can only utilize one, but they made it happen. It was during COVID, so there was no school, and my sisters are teachers. So they could be with her in the day when I was working, and then I could be with Mom at night. And it was a wonderful time to be with each other.
And to spend individual time with Mom.
And then to have the Hospice Maui nurses available. We could call and say, she looks uncomfortable, what should we do? And they would be so easily accessible and help us through every step. It was wonderful.
My heart just felt good. And that was critical. I mean, we love Mommy. we had really the pleasure, the honor of being able to be with her 24 hours a day for that whole last month.
Whatever we wanted to do, they supported us and told us the best way to do it. And I'm so grateful for Hospice Maui for that.